Hoo, hoo, hoo. I'm a hillbilly.
Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Just Carve Rob, and we're still working on that walking stick. Okay, so for the last couple days, I have been messing around with different types of trees to put on this walking stick. Okay, now this was the stick that we started out putting the dragon scale handle type on, and okay, so messed around with some different types of pine trees, different styles of pine trees. I don't know. Maybe we need some more light. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Different styles of pine trees. Really didn't. Found a couple like this one here is pretty good. I like that. Focus. And this one's okay. And that one, that's about the best one. That's the last pine tree I carved. I didn't put none of the super high line detail or anything in. I just wanted to try getting a handle on it. So then I tried some oak trees. Okay, here is, yep, that's the first oak tree I did. Okay. And it's just flat. And I came back in, I divoted it to make it look like it has leaves and did a little bit of the trunk thing on it. And then I decided to mix it up by putting waves in it so that it's got clusters of leaves. Okay. And that one, I like that one. That one's pretty good. And there's some more pine trees. That's the first oak tree or whatever I tried. And we worked our way on down. This would be the last oak tree that I tried. I know it's a little square looking. Like I said, I'm just trying to test different things out by cutting undercuts in it to make it look like the leaves are clustered out, and that one came out okay too. This one's got to be my favorite one though, right here. Okay. So I always do this before I go to the walking stick that I'm making, just so I can get, because you know the wood, you got to learn how it's going to react and all that stuff. You don't want any big chip outs. That's my best pine tree. I really like that pine tree. It's got the undercuts in it. So I'll probably put some of these pine trees on this stick too. But in the end, I didn't go with any of these trees. Although some may make it onto it. This is what I decided to go with. I drew this out today. I was running around, had to go do some grocery shopping. The wife's sick, so that left it up to me, and everybody knows how much Just Carve Rob likes the grocery shop. Nah! He hates it. All them sick little booger shooting kids running around coughing and hacking all over the stuff. Makes me want to wash it down with bleach before I even put it in my shopping cart. Alright, so this is the pattern that I came up with. I'm thinking about putting a big knot hole right here. And yes, Jordy, thinking about putting a little tiny fuzzy owl in there for you. Put them in there. Okay, so just want to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing. Don't want you to forget about Just Carve Rob. Yeah, Just Carve Rob Station. And I am feeling a lot better. Thanks for everybody that wished me well. Thank you. So that's the pattern we're going with. And guess what? Started putting it on the stick. So all of this negative space will come out. We'll get rid of it. See, there's a little fuzzy owl. Little fuzzy owl, Jordy. Jordy Johnson at Carve Infusion. There's the fuzzy owl. He's always bitching at me to put owls on my stuff. Okay. So you can see I got the branches of this. They wrap all the way to the back. Okay. So there it is. That's what it's going to look like anyway. And as I progress, because I'm sure you guys would love to watch me sit here and cut all these little spaces out. Yay. So that's where we're at, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. For this operation, I am using the high-speed air tool with a little tiny, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focus, you. Anyway, this is a very tiny ball cutter. Carbide ball cutter right here. I don't think my camera's going to focus on it though, guys. Let me switch. Bring it up a little bit. No. Just kind of there, I guess. Now remember, these are only 1.6 millimeter. So they're like a 1/16 of an inch, the shank. And then this head is even considerably smaller than that. So you always got to make sure with your any cutter, high speed or Dremel, especially these high speed ones, they build up like a crust from the burnt wood on there. Anybody that has a wood engraver or wood burner knows what I'm talking about here. So yeah. So I just wanted to give you a short little video, a little update on where we're at with our walking stick. I'll show you some of this work up here. As soon as I can find out where it goes. There it is. I'm going to switch back away from it a little bit. Okay, that's better. Okay, so there's our dragon scale handle. I got it all taped up so it doesn't get all dirty. And then we've got our leaves are just about done other than a little sanding on them. There's our deer. All we got left to do is his ears and his eyeballs and his nose. The face stays pretty flat, especially when it's turned, because this round surface, I'd have to cut halfway through the stick to get his head popped out. On a gun stock, I can do it better because it's kind of flat. The curvature is a whole lot less. But his ears, the inside of his ears will get carved, so they've got that bowl shape to them on both ears. And then the acorn, that's just about done. I just have to cut in the little, what do you want to call them? Diamonds, striations, knurling, whatever you want to call it. I have to cut that into the top yet. Okay. And then more leaves. Okay. That's what they look like. And then in my background, you can see I got it pretty smooth. We're gonna destroy that. We're gonna come through with a 1/8" U-gouge and give it the striations in there as best we can all the way up through the background. Then when we stain it, we'll stain the background. I haven't decided if I want the background dark with the leaves or leave the background light or do it in like a golden oak. So the background will be light and the leaves will be dark. Something like that, I'm thinking. Because our leaves are going to be pretty much like almost like an autumn pattern. Okay? They're not going to be green. So our leaves are going to be an autumn pattern. So I'm thinking we'll do this background in the light oak color. Or maybe even mahogany. No, mahogany would be too dark. Maybe cherry, American cherry, where it's got that red tinge to it. But I definitely, I got it. You always want to make your stuff clash so it makes your artwork stand out more. So that's kind of why I did the texturing here, to make the artwork pop a little bit more, especially when we get into the staining of it. And we still got to come back and sand these leaves up, but they're basically, they're shaped is what I'm trying to get at, guys. They're shaped. Okay, so all the Dremel work and high-speed tool work are done on this stick as far as the leaves. Okay, we still got this tree to do. We still got a fish to put on here. Like I said, I'm thinking a bass or something. And I want to put a ring of those little pine trees right under these leaves. Or maybe a ring of those little oak trees, because these are oak leaves. So maybe a ring of those little oak trees. And then we got to put our bass on here someplace. And I'm thinking an eagle flying over a mountain range, maybe. So that's what I'm thinking. And then up here, I'm pretty sure at the top we're putting a wood spirit. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay. So, yeah. Let me show you the other stick that has that. This actually is called stippling. Same idea. Makes your artwork stick out better. Man, that crack is huge. Look at that crack. That sucks, that crack. Goes all the way down to this first leaf. Makes me not even want to finish it. But you can see the stippling. All this inner here is stippling. And I was doing some more carving on it, so you can see where I kind of erased some of the stippling. But yeah. So there's another deer. He's not done yet. Here's my wolf. There's an owl. Owl Jordy. There's an owl. Woohoo! And then we got some more oak with the little tiny acorns mixed in there. So that's where we're at, guys. All right. Man, that crack aggravates me. But that's what happens when you work with live wood. Even though this stick is like real old. This is a very old stick. Stick's probably 15, 16 years old. And it had the bark on it. And like I said, if that would have had that big crack in there when I started carving it, I would have never carved it. But yeah, I guess that's it. We're gonna have to put some. We're gonna have to lay it down and put some. What do you call it in there? Epoxy. Yeah, put some epoxy in there or something. Maybe or maybe some white glue with sawdust and fill it. I don't know. Whatever it's gonna be. So right now I've got it wiped down with gun oil to hopefully retain whatever moisture is in it, so we don't get no big cracks we don't want no big cracks in our Indian head right there. We don't need no big cracks in him, right? So, special thanks to I Can Carve. Bap, thank you very much for the YouTube banner that he made me. As soon as I learn how to use the YouTube, put it on my YouTube page, you guys will see it. So, remember, guys, stay awesome, be awesome, carve something awesome, and we will catch you on the next one. Just carve. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, I Can Carve, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.